Hi, my name's Dan. You're watching DIY for Life. This is my 1998 Japanese domestic market Porsche Boxster. I just got this car and I've been getting it ready for its first inspection. In Japan, they call this the Shaken. It's a fairly complicated process where you have to get the car inspected, pay the road tax, get the insurance, and the plates. So this is a temporary plate in Japan. I call them red slash plates. You have to get them from the city hall. As long as you have 1 month insurance, the basic insurance, you can get these, and they're only good for a short time, I think 3 to 5 days, and they cost probably $10 or $15. Okay, here are the important documents that you need to bring to the registration appointment. This is called in Japanese.
登録識別情報と通知書
Okay, I think that's probably the equivalent of the title and the registration document. Currently, it's in the seller's name, the person that I bought the vehicle from. And this is, what is this called?
譲渡証明書
So this is like the transfer document. So it has the name of the person that we bought it from and his official stamp, and then our name and address with the car VIN number. So that goes with this. This is the Japanese hanko, which is the signature stamp that you need for sort of official documents, banking and car registration. And then this is the proof that that hanko is registered to the person. So this is like the official hanko. What is this one?
This is 自動車保管場所証明申請書
There's a shorter name for it, right?
Yeah, it's a 車庫証明
Shakoshomen. So this is to prove that you have a parking spot for the car. Again, K cars, you don't need to have this, but all other vehicles in Japan, you need to have proof that you have a parking space for the car before you can go through this whole process. So you bring this to the police station and you kind of measure the place where the car is going to be parked, and then you wait for them to approve it, and then you have this document to take with you to the appointment at the licensed Okayama District Transport Bureau, which is the DMV, like I said. And lastly, this is the, what is this?
自賠責
This is the temporary insurance. The person that I bought the car from actually got this for us. So this is good for 1 month. This is just the basic insurance, but you need to have this to prove that the car is legally allowed to be driven on the road. And then we have the temporary plates on the car. So hopefully that's everything we need. We have the appointment. We'll head over there in about an hour and go through the paperwork, and then we will do the inspection station. So hopefully we can bring the camera with us and you can get a little look at what goes on over there. All right, let's go. We need gas, so quick pit stop at the gas station, and then we'll head over to the registration center. Okay, our favorite gas station, currently 182 yen for Hayok. This will give us a substantial discount per liter. We're trying to scan the QR code at the moment. And then, what's next? And then we have the little dongle thing. So, now you have your point card. So it's like 3 different things you need to do in order to make the machine give you a discount. I can't figure it out most of the time, so I asked the staff to help me. Alright, so we went from 182 down to 176 per liter. So we can fill up. Second time putting gas in the car. Pretty exciting. So we made it to the transportation center. Pretty big facility. Find a nice place to park. Sometimes there's interesting vehicles here that are getting inspected, but not really today. See if I can keep up with Yoko. She's already on her way inside the building. And in Japan, most people don't do this themselves. I think what happens most of the time, and you can see the people here, they're professionals, they work for a dealer or a car maintenance shop. And it's a fairly complicated process. Yoko is a paperwork ninja. And I just like to understand as much as I can about what's going on. I can't do it myself because the language barrier and all the paperwork and stamps. And like I said, I don't have that registered signature Hanko thing. So technically this is going to be Yoko's car. What's interesting about the Japanese Shaken system is, you know, Japan isn't really a DIY culture. What happens, most people, they bring their car to the dealer every 2 years and the dealer takes care of the entire process, and they also will do kind of the necessary maintenance and the unnecessary maintenance. So they'll do the things that are required to get the car to pass the inspection, which are basically just the lights and brakes and basic stuff. But they'll also say, oh, you need new tires and you need wipers and all this other things, which you may or may not need. But, you know, Japanese people are super busy, so they just say, okay, do everything, you know, I'll do the tires and the oil change and everything and get it all inspected, and then I'll be good for 2 years. So we're, you know, doing that ourselves. So the next thing is the inspection station, which is this giant building behind us, and we'll get in line, and there's several stops along the way where they check various things, the lights and the brakes and the suspension and all that. We'll see how much of that we can record. Okay, here we go, pulling up to the inspection garage. They're asking us for our paperwork ahead of time. I think they want to make sure that we've got all of our documents ready. It's asking where the VIN number is for the car. Later they need to see the engine number as well, which is a bit tricky because it's a mid-engine car, but eventually they find it underneath the car. The first inspection station is the standard stuff you would expect at an inspection maybe in America, where they're checking the lights and the horn and the wipers and all that kind of stuff. In Japan, they also want to see some of the dashboard lights. They need to see the airbag light and the seatbelt light and the emergency brake light, which is what they're checking right now. We're all good in that department. Now she's going to the front of the car to ask me to turn on the turn signals, the headlights, the high beams, and the hazard, the wipers, and then the spray. One of them is misaimed. I think I squirted her. Sorry about that. There's the horn, which they call a klaxon in Japan. And then she's going to the back of the car and doing the same check for the rear lights, reverse lights. We're all good for the lights, luckily. They will also check the license plate lights. You gotta have both of those and all your side markers. Yeah, they're still looking for the engine number. I'm trying to explain to them that it's going to be difficult to find, but no worries, they know what they're doing. They're very professional and very nice here. All good. Yoko can close the hood, give it a good push, and we're on to the next station. This one there's a pit and there's a guy below the car, and they kind of jiggle around the suspension and make sure everything's tight underneath, and they're banging on various kind of control arms and the exhaust system under the car. Don't touch the steering wheel here. It's moving on its own. Never had any issues at this check either though, luckily. Press on the brakes. Yoko gives the guy under the car the paperwork and he'll stamp it. And on to the last check, which is the headlight and a rolling road. The rolling road is always confusing for me. They want you to get up to 40 kilometers per hour and then flash your high beams, which they call passing in Japan. I'm not sure why this is a necessary check, but it is. And then it's this headlight robot checker, which has thrown me off a few times. Your headlights need to be aligned properly. Well, I'm also doing an emergency brake force check here. Just yank up on that thing as hard as you can. I was worried because one of the headlight checks, that monitor that's up there, it blinked red with a big X on it. And I thought I had failed for one of the high beams or low beams. Not sure if we passed the headlight check. One of the red lights came on. Maybe okay. Problem with the light?
No, we passed.
Hey!
Yay! Because
Passed!
because high beam worked, so we
Okay,
passed.
good.
I was like, oh shit.
It's always the headlights.
Yeah.
Passed!
よかったもう。
The good news is we passed the inspection. Now we should be able to get our number plates. I was thinking of a custom plate, either 1998 or 986 for the model, but you can't do letters here, so you're just stuck with numbers. So okay, we made it home from the Transportation Bureau. We passed the inspection, we've got the registration and the insurance and new plates on the car. It all went pretty well. It took a while and there was a lot of paperwork and waiting in lines, but in the end, success. So I hope you found this video interesting. I think the process of registering and inspecting a car in Japan is pretty interesting and unique. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and give me a thumbs up. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.